Hi guys, in today's review we'll be looking at this TRIANG locomotive. Harry Chapman asked me if I would review it. I was a bit reluctant because it's an old locomotive and I know it won't run too well over my modern truck. It doesn't like the points. Anything but the points, it's actually okay. He asked if I could review it. It is a 60-year plus old locomotive. It has bigger flanges than normal locomotives because the track back then was quite thick. But I'm going to do it anyway, so please don't judge the locomotive. It is an old one. I will try my best to make it look good over the points and stuff. So here goes. Hope you enjoy. As we start off at the front of the locomotive coupling itself is a big D one, but it is made out of metal. We also have metal unsprung buffers, which is quite a nice touch actually. The buffer beam and housing is in red. I think there's a moulded hook there as well. Pretty basic for the time, but pretty exciting as well if you was a kid. Moving up, this has a Victorian feel at the front of it. I know it's a bit of a freelance one, so I've heard. We do have a moulded dart. We also have some bracing and hinges on the door. It doesn't open as far as I am aware. Moving up a bit more, we do have a chimney and all that is in black. It's not too bad for its day. Onto the side of the model now. Both sides of this model are exactly the same if I'm honest with you. The wheel configuration for this model is a 040 and the rod is in metal and it's quite shiny as well, and the wheels are metal as well. I think they're die-cast metal if I'm honest with you. We do have a toolbox before you get to the tanks. The tanks do have a bit of yellow lining on there, it's single yellow. We also have the name Polly. We also have the number 9, I believe that is as well, on the bunker with the same sort of writing and lining as well. Delivery of this locomotive, as you already can tell, is just red. Not sure what to call it, it's just red, like Royal Mail red. We do have a steps going up to the cab, and we also have one before the first lot of wheels as well. As we move on to the area most people look forward in a review, and that is the cab area itself. This is a locomotive from the 60s, so don't expect anything. We do have the motor in there, which I think is an XO4, if I got this correct. You can see it through the doors, you can see it through the windows. The windows are not glazed. It's not too bad. There's also no floor in there. It's quite highly detailed for the day, I expect. We do have moulded handrails for the cab. Crew going up and down. They are there as well. As we move on to the back of the locomotive, we do have a massive D coupling, which is metal again. We also have metal unsprung buffers. The housing and the buffer beam itself is in red. We also have a hook as well. Moving up a little bit more, we have a screw in the centre, which I think is to take the body off. A little bit unsure, it's ages I've had this apart. But we do have a screw anyway. We also have some mouldy stuff on there, which are like several lamp irons, if I'm correct. Then moving up a bit more, we do have the coal rails as well, and then we have the windows, which I said are not glazed, but they are there. As we do an aerial view of this locomotive, the coal load itself is pretty flat, if I'm honest with you. There's little dots in there, but it's not too bad. At least we have a coal load on like some locomotives. Moving along to the roof of the cab, it is in black. There's a few rivets, and there's also some sort of vent or something there. Anyway, it's a nice attempt there by TRIANG. Then we get to the loco itself to a degree. We do have moulded water filler caps as well, but they do look highly detailed. We also have a metal whistle. As far as I know, there's no safety valves or anything like that. We do have a moulded dome and a moulded chimney as well. There's a few other bits of moulded stuff there as well, which I forgot to mention. We also have some buffers at the front as well. And finally, as we do an underneath look at this locomotive, there's plenty of metal down here. Die-cast, I believe, is quite heavy. The only thing that is plastic on this thing is the shell, as far as I'm aware. We do have a massive cog in the centre of gear. That's good if you want to oil it and stuff like that. We do have a paper clip for pickups, as far as I'm aware. A guy did that for me. It was an easy fix. He said the paper clip works as a job, and it does. We do have metal wheels, and these ones are over flanged, so like if it goes around modern day points and stuff, it will stutter, maybe stop in places as well. At either end of the locomotive, you can see 2 screws or 1 screw at each coupling to take the couplings off. Maybe if you had the skills, you could put an NUM one there or something like that. but take some skills anyway. There's no brake rigging or anything like that. It's quite a basic model, but highly detailed for the time, if you know what I mean. So yeah guys, that's it on the tracks. Next up will be the points test. Obviously it can do second radius, it's that small, it probably can do first radius as well. So here's the points test coming up, please don't judge it. Yeah, I thought it might stop on points. But it managed that one. 60. So yeah, we managed that pretty well. It only stopped once, which is less than the D-Class did, which is a modern loco. Sorry about that, Dig, I can't help myself. So yeah, we only stopped once. It will stop again during this running session. It might be a too fast speed, but I will try and slow it down in the editing software and maybe put music over it just to cover it up. But anyway, here goes. Let's just give it a run, shall we? Not bad. Yeah, stop. What we're talking at. It's actually not too bad. 50. So yeah guys, that's the end of the review. Before I give my opinion, which I don't really want to, but I did say I'll do a full review for him. We just had a random mix of stock, which had Christmas wagon, LMS van, fish van, a wagon from my first train set from Hornby, and only Fools because it's colourful. I just thought I'd go with something that you'd probably get in the era this came out. I know Only Fools wasn't out then, but it's colourful. It goes. My opinion on this, yeah, at slow speed is okay. Wasn't too bad on the points. Modern track. I understand some people have got tools or know a way of how to get the flanges down a little bit, which probably could help this locomotive. Personally, me, I don't want to, for personal reasons. If you're not already know, there's a video on my channel, story behind the locomotive. That should be popping up during the video on the end card. So personally, no, I want to keep it as it is. The only thing I've done to mine is I got some stickers off eBay to reliver it basically in the original one it had, which was poly, because it was looking a bit tatty and old. Give it some respect and painted the roof black. That's all I've really done to mine. Failing that, nothing. Would I recommend these? It's hard to say. It really is hard to say. It all depends on your preference. You can pick them up, as far as I'm aware, a little as £5 to, I've seen some go for silly money on eBay, like £150. It all depends on what you want it for, and yeah, you could use it as a museum piece on your layout. Like I think it's somewhere in Kent. They have an old-fashioned steam locomotive on the roundabout. You could do that, or you could leave it outside a railway station, like they have in one of the tube stations in London. They've got a Hunslet 060 or Peckett 060, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, you could do something like that if you really wanted one. It's not a bad idea. Personally, I wouldn't run it on modern track, if I'm honest with you. But that's my opinion. Anyway, guys, I don't mean to ramble. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you've got any comments about this locomotive, that would be great. I won't be running this loco much again. This is probably the last time it will run. But like I said, if you haven't checked out Harry Chapman's channel, please do. This was his request, and that's what he wanted, and that's what I've done. So please enjoy, and please take care. See you in the next video, guys.